What's up, friends, and welcome into Fantasy Pros. This is the trade live stream. I'm Chris Welsh. That is Andrew Erickson. No Joe Pisapia on a beach, probably at Harry Potter World or whatever it is. They like to do that. I don't know, Erickson. Are you a big theme park guy?
Oh yeah, big fan of theme parks. I love roller
like
coasters. Just a fun day out. I like it.
Okay, like mascots. You like Mickey and Minnie. You like seeing the people dressed up.
Yeah, I think for the most part, that's a fun element. Although it's reached like in Times Square with the people that are dressed up like Elmo, that is when it's step too far.
Yeah, well, yeah, shout out to what is it, Les Mascot, the Barstool Show. Very funny on that exact thing. The Elmo people. It's all very depressing to me. It's actually people that dress up like that's a very depressing thing, whether they're on a street corner or in a very fancy place. But we don't have to talk about them. We're trading them out for you. And we are answering all of your questions today. So load up on the chat. We want to hear all of your trade stuff. Who do you want us to, who are you wanting to buy? Who are you wanting to sell? Do you want our takes on it? We'll give you the players that we're looking at. And we've got super chats that are active and live. So if you guys want front of the line access, and this will probably devolve into non-trade based things, you guys can use your super chats to get front of the line, and we will get to those questions, answering it throughout the show. We appreciate you guys doing that. So you can drop those in, and we will try to get to some non-super chat stuff as well. So we will be doing that for the hour. Make sure that you guys are locked in, and then we are going to do the buy, sell, and trade show live here. Erickson and Welsh, are you ready, Mr. Andrew Erickson?
Rock.
Oh, that was wild. I'm a big knuckle cracker. Like, I can't even do it right now. It sounded like Jaden Daniels. You just pulled the Jaden Daniels there. Oh my God.
Too soon, Welsh. Too soon.
Oh, that one hurt. I stretched my neck out. Everybody felt that. That was not like a sound effect. That was very impressive. All right, let's go to Chase. He's on the case. PPR, almost no trades in my league. Stream. Oh, so I think he's just telling us he's not going to do a trade one. Stream JJ Fields Rodgers. So I guess let's stop at that one.
So Fitz has made me terrified of playing Fields now that he could potentially be benched in this game, which I wasn't considering enough in my early ranking. So if you guys listen to the rank show, so I will go with McCarthy. He runs. Okay. He has played relatively well in 2 of his 3 games this year. He's been a fantasy QB1. So I think McCarthy has a good floor ceiling combination this week, even against the Ravens. So I like JJ.
Yeah, without the fear of Fitzy bestilled us, I was JJ McCarthy. Yeah. Fields, I just don't trust it. All right, start Parker Washington over Alec Pierce, Troy Franklin. Is that Kyle Manon guy? Absolutely not.
Yeah. No. You start
every one of those players I'm starting over Parker Washington, I think.
Yeah. No, the Parker Washington I think will be fine because I think Jacoby Myers won't be fully integrated into the offense in 1 week. But I would still start all those other guys over him.
And Kyle Manon guys specifically. Then rank the stashes. We've got Tank, Corum, Tootin, Loveland. Who is, I guess, just order them.
So, I mean, right now I'm holding on to Tank until I see Saquon Barkley practice because we still don't know. So Tank is number 1. And then probably Loveland, Corum, Tootin.
There you go, Chase. Bam, we got you. Harmon, Rice is on the bye. Got Collins and no one else. Oh, got CMC, Derrick Henry, Vidal. Trade for a receiver or keep as is. He could start Slayton, Betch, Tucker, Coker, Mooney. I like Tucker. Tucker goes in as like a pseudo number 1. I might be on an island on that one, but I don't love trading from like my dominance just for the sake of it, because usually you get taken advantage of when you're like, all right, I got all these great running backs. What wide receiver could I get? And someone is just going to be like, well, sorry, you're going to get this piece of garbage. I would consider trading Vidal, but I just don't know what receiver would come back in there. You tell us, trade, buy, sell here. But I think Trey Tucker is a half decent play.
I agree. I think Tucker's going to see a decent amount of volume. And when we're talking about upside, there's only a handful of guys that have scored 3 touchdowns in a game this year. Trey Tucker is one of those players, as weird as that sounds. But I would say from the trade perspective, now Welsh, if I'm crazy, let me know. Derrick Henry for Egbuka. Does that get done?
I think that's pretty fair. Relatively
so
fair, right?
that's what I would try to do with this roster. If you want to get a receiver, again, you could do the CMC thing where you just try to trade for the best receiver you can get for CMC. But I like Henry for Boutte as an alternative option to that.
Yeah, I don't like trading CMC in that, but I'm also me. I like that Henry Boutte one. I just feel like more often than not, it's like where you have the advantage of the of the position. Someone's going to be like, well, you're not going to get even value. You're going to get ... So if you have to go to war with Trey Tucker, I think you can do that. But Derrick Henry, a pretty good play here. Truth bomb. Start Franklin or Harvey?
Troy Franklin.
Okay. Troy Franklin. Boom.
Yep.
Easy one. I kind of agree with that. Maddie. Have Lamb, Rice, London, and Sutton at receiver, CMC, Jacobs, and Genty at running back. Upgrade at either position for the playoff? And if so, who?
I don't know. Maddie, you're in a pretty good spot here. You got strong stables at both positions. Sutton as a wide receiver 4. It's pretty good. So sometimes the best trades are the ones that you don't make. Honestly, I don't know. Welsh, do you feel differently? This feels like a pretty good, strong roster.
Yeah, no, I'd like you asked, like, would you stay in rock? I think I would. You've got elite receiver. I mean, a fourth receiver being Sutton, I love. I think you're in an incredible position at running back. You're only like high upgrading. So what is that going to look like? Trading Sutton and Jacobs to get Jonathan Taylor? Something like that. Yeah. Like maybe, but I think as a general, I think you're in a pretty good spot here. Megan, drop Pollard or Marks for a backup quarterback because Dak is on bye.
I would drop Tony Pollard. He's also on a bye, so he can't do anything. Nick Chubb didn't practice this week, or today, so hold on to Woody Marks, see how that plays out. And if you're on the Titans, I don't think that player is going to come back to bite you. I think it'll be okay. So
that's like probably assuming they didn't have any other quarterback, and you have
and they don't want to drop.
Yeah,
and they don't want to drop Dak. So
maybe Pollard, I agree with
drop
that
for me.
We'll just do it. Luke, 12 team, half PPR, 7-2, need a wide receiver. Bad. No trade partner. So which 2 injured wide receivers to stash for the playoffs? Ayuk, Reed, McLaurin, Ridley, Hunter, or another. They've got AJ Brown, Shaheed, and Tez. Note, Ayuk's window has not opened up. I legit don't know if we see Brandon Ayuk this season. I do not think we will see him until after the bye. So I think that's week 13, if I'm remembering correctly. So no trade partners. Which 2 of those injury wide receivers would you want to stash?
So it's 2 of them or 2. So
2.
So Hunter, we still don't know when he's going to come back. I've heard more pessimistic reports that he may not come back at all. And the Jaguars offense is also
the most recent report was like that he's not going to miss more than the IR stint. That was the most recent report I saw.
Yeah, so I guess I've seen mixed. So again, it's been mixed, I would say.
Yeah.
It's inconclusive. But just based on the body of work this year, I think I'd probably still want to hold on to Hunter. He's a rookie. They break out. Maybe the injury's not as bad. So Hunter is probably the easiest one because the other guys I feel like are all kind of in the same like bleh type of bucket.
Definitely.
I think I'm done with Terry. I don't know. I don't think it's just going to happen for McLaurin this year. Ridley has been a ghost the entire season. He's not leaving the Titans unless he gets cut. So I think for me, it's Jayden Reed, right? So he had I believe it was a shoulder injury, but then he also was dealing with a foot injury. It's honestly kind of good that he got hurt because it allowed time for his foot to fully heal because he was going to play through the season with a foot injury. So based on the Packers not having Tucker Kraft anymore, I kind of like Jayden Reed as the guy who could potentially have an impact when he returns. Don't know when that's going to be, but he's not coming off like a torn knee injury. So I think that he's probably the best bet as a stash.
I like it. Giveaways. How do you guys like giveaways? Are you guys into some giveaways? How about some trophy smack? How about some wall smack right in your face? This is your opportunity. You can have a chance to win one of the most unique pieces of NFL fan gear out there. The large NFLPA wall smack. I don't think you have to pick that one, though, but looks pretty sweet. Courtesy of our friends over at TrophySmack, the #1 destination for epic fantasy football hardware. Their oversized, officially licensed NFLPA wall smack. They're bold statement pieces that are perfect for your fan cave, office, or even your living room wall. Put it in your bedroom. Make everybody happy. It's not just decor. It's a way to rep your favorite players in style. And to enter, all you got to do is subscribe to the FantasyPros YouTube channel, which presumably you're on watching us live. Drop a comment, and that's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. We'll be announcing a winner right here on the channel, so make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss a chance to claim this epic prize courtesy of TrophySmack. Do it. Do it, friends. All right, back on the trades, the questions. Downs for Pearsall. I guess we'll stop there.
I think so. Yeah, I'll take Pearsall. I'll take the risk.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. I think I would take the risk as well. I'm not sure if he plays this week, but next. Rice and Chase Brown for Bucky and Egbuka. No, I want Rice and Chase Brown there.
Bucky's still not practicing.
Yeah,
out of the bye week, that is not good. That's not good.
I don't know what the hell's going on with Bucky right now. So I'm going to go with Rice and Chase Brown. And you agree?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Zach, wide receivers are Nico, Garrett, London, Pickens, Tez, and AD. Running backs are Ken Walker, TreVeyon, Woody, Rashad, and Pacheco. Try and trade Garrett for Genty or hold or any other running back in trade.
I like that going after Genty. He was one of my buys earlier this week on the trade show. I also like Garrett Wilson as a buy too. I think that he's got a sneaky good schedule, and if the Jets defense is terrible, then you could see more drop back attempts from whoever their quarterback is. Now, with your roster here, you're pretty strong at wide receiver. And I mean, besides Walker, Walker's hit or miss. TreVeyon is a little hit or miss. I think I do this deal. Yeah. I think I trade Garrett for Genty.
I have no issue with doing this. Like, I don't even need to. If I know I've got Nico, London, and Pickens as my starters, I mean, Tez is a little dicey there. Yeah. You've then upgraded to have, Genty, and then whatever one is working out. If Bucky's out, Rashad,
hot hand,
hot hand to play with it. Because you're right now, unfortunately, you're kind of dealing with like two hot hands you're having to play. Like you're easily, if Bucky doesn't play, he's going TreVeyon and Rashad White over Ken Walker this week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ramondre doesn't play. So yeah, I like that as well. All right. Nathan, hey, have Josh Allen, everyone is Ken Walker, Bijan, Isaiah Davis, Ray Davis, Henderson, Odunze, Flowers, Juwan Jennings, who to drop for a tight end. Would you make any moves?
Slayton.
So who would you Slayton? Yeah, easy Slayton.
Either Slayton or Isaiah Davis. I mean, Breece Hall's not going to get traded. So
would you rather drop Isaiah Davis over Ray Davis?
Isaiah Davis. Sorry. That's the one I would drop.
No, you said that right, but I kind of feel like I'd rather drop Ray Davis before Isaiah Davis.
Well, James Cook didn't practice today, so that's why people want. I just hold on to Ray Davis if you have him, just to kind of see how this week plays out. But those would be the two guys I would probably drop for a tight end.
Any type of move you see out of this, since this is the buy sell strategy trade show? If you were doing it, they've got they don't have a really great wide receiver setup, unfortunately. Running backs are also not super great. I just don't feel like there's a lot of trade equity that Nason can do, unless you trade Bijan and then you're just downgrading the team as like a whole.
Yeah, but I don't want to trade away a guy that could be the 30 points any given week. So I think that this is probably a hold, because a lot of situations you don't have any sell high candidates. You have 49ers receivers that have been injured. Ken Walker, nobody wants. Henderson, he's a buy and you already have him on your roster, and Odunze is coming off a bad game. So I think you got to hold.
Okay. There you go, Nathan. Letting you guys know, we're officially cutting off guaranteed super chats. It does not mean that we will not get to it. It does not mean that we will not get to all your wonderful questions that are in there, but we're just warning you, as of this moment, if you put in a super chat, we might not get to it because we got a nice healthy queue of them. So super chats are no longer guaranteed. Keep it in your mind because we don't want you to be upset that we didn't answer your question, but we do a pretty dang good job of it. We'll go lightning round at the end. All right, there you go. Eric, quarterback, Darnold, running back, Taylor, Cook, Swift, Mason, wide receivers, Puka, Egbuka, Flowers, Odunze, and tight end is Warren and Gadsden. Trades or waiver considerations or no? 4 wide receivers and running back max league.
Hate those leagues where you get maxed out at certain positions. Those ones are tough because you got to make some really, really tough start or cut decisions sometimes.
Do you like that type of stuff? Do you like being put to the test and having to make tough decisions, or do you see those restrictions as being very oppressive and not fantasy fun?
I think that it's a good twist on the game, and I think it's definitely challenging because a lot of leagues aren't like that. So it definitely puts you in a different position. So I think that if I was in more leagues like it, it'd probably be more fun for me. But when I just want the best players on my team, essentially, because I feel like that's where my biggest edge is. The more players I can roster, the more of an edge I think I have, because I think that I have an edge when it comes to player versus player. And if I have more players, I think that I can take advantage of that. So I like bigger rosters and more flex plays and things like that. So I don't like being restricted, but that being said, we will still help out Eric best we can here. So Mace, I mean, you can't really, I mean, Swift, I would try to trade Swift. I don't think it's going to get better for him. So
what value does he have right now, though?
Not a ton of value. So you got to trade him for someone else, like a receiver that's also kind of down in the dumps, I think is probably an interesting way to approach it.
He has depth at tight end and he has depth at his fourth wide receiver. Like if you're going to make, but you have to start 4 wide receivers. So you almost don't want to do that. Would you consider trading Warren? Because I feel like you could get something for Warren and then you start Gadsden.
Yes. I think that's an interesting way to approach it. And maybe you even do Warren plus Swift. So Swift no longer becomes the center of attention in the deal. He's the kind of throw-in part, but that at least, I'm trading away a running back to get Tyler Warren, at least give me Swift back in the deal. So maybe that's something that I would do in terms of buying up for a certain running back, Warren and Swift for Genty. That works, right?
Warren and Swift for Genty. Yeah, that actually might work. I wanted to say no, but yeah, I think that's in the realm of possibility. Genty isn't, lighting the world on fire and have people. He seems to be a pretty hot topic of trades too.
I like him a lot as a bot. I mean, I think that his floor is kind of under. I mean, he played 90% of the snaps last week. Like he's got a really high floor. They're using him more as a pass catcher, and in a couple of these better matchups rest of season, I think he can pop like we saw against the Bears earlier this year.
Agreed, Robbie. Hey guys, start LaPorta or Gadsden. Let's stop there. Gadsden.
I really like LaPorta this week. I mean,
I thought you had Gadsden high.
I love LaPorta. No, we didn't talk about LaPorta. We talked about Kittle versus Gadsden. I was considering moving Kittle down. The Commanders I just want to start everyone against the Commanders. The defense, they got nobody left. Their defense is so bad, and they're really bad against tight ends as well. So I like LaPorta here.
That's the number 2 tight end ranker in the world talking, so don't listen to me.
Oh, no.
Listen to him. That's the guy. Start Judkins, Genty, or Vidal and flex.
You got to start Judkins. I believe that he was back at practice. He's going to see 1 million touches, and the Jets just gave away their best run defender. Like you got to feed the beast.
Gotta do it, baby. He says, I'm starting Gibbs and Dowdle. Well, we found out Dowdle popped up on the injury.
Yeah.
But you have to keep that. If Dowdle were to not play, then you would go Judkins for Dowdle, and then Genty would be the other one you would start. But
yes, unfortunately, Genty plays on Thursday, which is that sucks.
Hurt. I think Dowdle's going to be okay, but
well, we'll see if he practices on Thursday. You'll check out the Are They Playing tool. Use that to your advantage.
That is, you can sync your league and you can do it for absolutely free. Are They Playing? Go and do that. Watch. It's years of data that is compiled into this amazing piece here. There we go. We got that graphic up. Are They Playing? You can see it. The probability, fantasypros.com/Are They Playing? The tools are incredible. They designed it and it's worked really well this year. You can kind of track that in and you can sync your league to give you full reports throughout the season. I don't even think we were going to talk about that today, but now we did because we snuck it in. No, it's good. That's what we want to do. Sneak it in. All right. Robbie, we got you. Let me make you go away. Ashray. Trade advice for 3 wide receiver PPR. Herbert, Barkley, Walker, Warren, Marks, Bigsby, London, Egbuka, Adunze, Ladd, Marvin, Downs, and Gadsden. So you have some trade advice there. He's got pretty good wide receiver core. Lots of depth there. One really trustworthy running back, but I'd say that Warren is not that bad. I'm going to throw this at you. Marvin Harrison came off of a really good week. Is this a good opportunity when you already have London, Egbuka, Adunze, Ladd to maybe trade Marvin? Or do you think you should be looking more in like the Adunze market?
Yeah, the Marvin Harrison Jr. hype is definitely increasing, especially with Jacoby, being the starter. Although we don't know if that's going to be the rest of the season because Jonathan Gann has kind of been on the fence about, yes, we're going to start Jacoby because it's health related to Kyler Murray, but I also like how the offense is playing. We'll see if he feels the same way after they play the Seahawks this week. If he doesn't feel nearly as good about how good the offense is playing. So I think just based on the matchup this week, it's tougher against Seattle. That Marv makes sense as a sell high, although I do think that his proponents are better with Jacoby Brissett for the rest of the season. They also play the Bengals in week 17, which is that's the championships. And you'd like to have Marvin Harrison Jr. there. But because you have so much wide receiver depth, if you can sell him for a very strong running back, I think that probably makes the most sense.
And I would say, Ashray, and to everybody, this is the trade stream. We're breaking these down, but if you guys are looking for, there's like, would you do this trade type of advice? And then there's like, hey, look, I've got these million players. What would you do? That's a tough one. It's a tough one. We can have guys that are on our mind, but if you want a little bit more data, make sure you check out the Trade Analyzer. Trade Analyzer, you can single out a player that you think is a great buy candidate, and you can lock that in. My friends, you can use the trade analyzer at fantasypros.com/myplaybook or in Fantasy Pros app to instantly evaluate how any trade will affect your team for the coming week, the rest of the season, or even in Dynasty. We have the new Trade Persuade that's in there as well. It's a brand new tool. Erickson, I don't know if you've played around with Trade Persuade, but whether you guys are looking for teams that make sense for your trade, you're looking for evaluations on how you can send people trades that it says, hey, this makes sense, or even in Trade Persuade on even more, Trade Analyzer's got you hooked up. Boom. Crush your competition. Sync your league today. Trade Analyzer. Bing, bing, boom. Back to it. Lady Bear, PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. My team is May, JSN, Tetaroa, Franklin. I can't keep reading all the players. You guys see it. Do I trade Achane for a wide receiver 1 or for a lower wide receiver and running back? Who should I go after? So, again, it is a team that it is not strong at running back. It is built up by Monangai. It's really not strong overall at wide receiver. So are you willing? Well, I got Javonte, I guess. Are you willing to trade the depth of a running back to go for high-end wide receiver, or do a depthy low wide receiver running back?
I don't really like trading for depth necessarily, because I think that it's really 1 or 2 guys every single week that kind of makes your lineup either hit or miss. So I don't really love breaking down Achane to lower running backs and wide receivers. So I think I'd probably want to trade him for a wide receiver of equal or greater value at that particular position. Because, yeah, Franklin and Tetra McMillan, Slate, yeah, you don't have a lot of wide receivers besides JSN. So Achane for Boutte. That's what I would do.
And then they would have Monangai and Javonte. I mean, he kind of snuck. You should put Javonte at the top, so we know that that's one of the top backs. You kind of snuck that in. Javonte Williams and Monangai. Are you comfortable going to war with that? Because Kamara's trash. Mason's not a great option.
I mean, it's that, or is it Tetra McMillan and Troy Franklin as your wide receivers? I guess maybe you're pushing back that maybe this team really doesn't need receiver as much as it needs running back.
No, really. I'm saying the running, but yeah, like, because if you trade Achane and you get your Igbuka, you're going JSN and Igbuka as your 2 wide receivers. Tetaroa is one of the flexes, but yet starting running back, it's Monangai and Javonte Williams. Like, you got to be comfortable that the Monangai is going to take over that role, I think, to do that trade.
Yeah, so I guess I don't love doing that just because I like Monangai this week, especially if Swift doesn't play. But the Bears' schedule gets tougher, especially in the playoffs. And if Swift comes back, it's more of a committee. That's not nearly as good for Monangai. And then you're forced into starting him or Kamara, and that's not great. Whereas at least right now you have Achane and Javonte. So I think that I think you should be like flipping Tetra McMillan for like a running back instead of the reverse.
We do not speak glowingly of Alvin Kamara on the Rank Show this week, nor should we. Yeah. The RB Rank Show. Be on the lookout for it. The Tinkerer. Trade Rice and JT for JSN and Gibbs or Igbuka and Bijan. So you are the crazy people that you just like to trade the trade. There are so many of these people I have known that, like, there's this one guy, it was literally every single week, and it would just be best players for best players every single week. Just people love to trade. This is just, we're trading all the best players for new best players. So which of the best do you like here?
I feel like what he has is what I want the most.
He does say, or do I roll with Rice and JT? It's playoff push time, and he's concerned about JT's schedule and upcoming buys.
So if it's the buys, then you would trade for the guys that already had their bye weeks, which would be Igbuka and Bijan. That would be the plays I would go for, because they've already both had their bye weeks.
Didn't the Seahawks and didn't JSN and Gibbs already have theirs, or am I making that up?
Well, no, Rice and J2 don't have theirs. So that's what he's saying.
Oh, yeah, I know that. But you like Igbuka and Bijan over getting JSN and Gibbs, though.
I think so. but now that you say that, it's like
I know. I feel like
really feel like that.
I like the JSN and Gibbs side. Maybe the most of any of them.
These are really.
I think so.
I think they're all good. They're all good.
No,
they're all good combos.
Okay, but who's the number one receiver of that group? Of the three, Rice, JT, or Ekbuka?
I mean, it's JSN. It's
JSN. So you're getting the number one wide receiver, and then arguably Gibbs is coming off of like a relatively bad one, but Gibbs is in that same tier. He's absolutely explosive, 3 touchdowns on any given week. So I think it's like the best singular wide receiver, and then a running back that's he's probably the third running back of that group, but it's pretty close.
I think you bring a good point. I think you're right. I think it is JSN and Gibbs. JSN is just on this historic special season that, I mean, maybe it'll regress, but it probably won't be till like next year. So don't worry about it. So yeah, I think he's the best receiver. And Gibbs, like, is it so much of a difference between him and Bijan and then JT? Yeah. Like, obviously I think he scored the least amount of points this year, but yeah, in fact, they already had their bye weeks. Yeah, I think that's probably the move to make. I'm very interested to see how this plays out for this. Please let us know how this deal plays out. And if you win your fantasy league because of this deal or you lose because of this deal, I really want to know. So,
well, if you lose, definitely don't let us know. But if you won, absolutely let us know. Yeah, they'll find us. You'll let us know if you lose, and hopefully just let us know if you win. Hawaiian Coconut. Should I trade for Puka and Bowers? I've got Jacobs, Bucky, Javonte, Vidal, Aaron Jones, JJ, Nico, Waddle, Alex, Shaheed. So,
yeah. There's really no player on that roster that I wouldn't try to trade to get Puka and Bowers. So
let me ask this. Do you think you can get both of those players? Assuming this, like, the team has both of those guys, do you think there's a trade this guy can do to get Puka and Bowers? Because it'd have
to be one of Jacobs, Javonte, or Bucky, one of Jefferson, Nico, and Tyler Warren. It'd be a 3 for 2 trade, which I think is feasible. If you did Jacobs, Jefferson, and Tyler Warren, I think that would get done.
Do that?
Maybe Jacobs.
Then his running backs would be Javonte, and the Bucky doesn't exist. Like,
so then it would have to be Bucky then, and not Jacobs.
Yeah, it'd have to be like Bucky, JJ, Warren. Yeah, and you would do it.
That's the only way you're going to get Puka and Bowers if that's what Hawaiian Coconuts wants, which is clearly what they want here. And I think you're okay. You still have your running backs. But yeah, I don't know if it seems kind of like a greedy trade, but if you want to get the best receiver, a better tight end, I think the 3 for 2 trade is the best way to approach it.
You'd almost like to start with being like, what about Bucky, Nico, and Warren, and see what they say. And then when they, and then reject your trade and block your number, then you have someone else say, okay, Jefferson, and then you get it done. So
I guess you have to be firm about it being Bucky. I think it's probably what the hang up.
Trade Wan'Dale. This is from Money. Trade Wan'Dale for Higgins or Pickens. Best rest of season.
Both. Either. Whichever one gets it. I think it's Pickens for me, just because he does have. I prefer Dak over Flacco, but that's really it. I think either one would be great.
Yeah, send them both out, or just send one at a time. Do it. I'm 100% on that. Bam Bam. Trade Garrett Wilson and Benson for Devontae Adams.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah. You've been making the season work without Devontae. You should be good. PETA. Fading to 6-3. Bucky, Benson, and Hampton out. Oof. Start 2 in a standard league. Ugh. DeMarcado, Vidal, Bill, and Woody.
Vidal and Woody.
Well, you like Woody this week too, but I don't like him as much in standard because I want some of the points on the receptions. But over Bill. I hate Bill's usage.
I think it's close between Bill and Woody. I talked about this earlier. Nick Chubb didn't practice today, so maybe we get Woody in a more expanded role, although he does play on the Texans, which is never great.
If Chubb doesn't play, it's definitely Woody Marks. I think I'm going to go Vidal and Bill Krosky in that one because Bill does have touchdown equity.
Yeah, it's close between Bill and Woody. So check the ranks.
Check the ranks. Hill the drill. Trade Cook and get Genty DK.
I think it's a fair trade. I mean, I like Genty and DK as buys. Cook, maybe he's banged up. He didn't practice today, so that's always a concern. I think this is a fair trade if you need 2 starters. I like Genty and I like DK, so I think that works.
I'm down. Says also, I've got London and good running back, so trade Nico and What is that?
Hall.
Breece Hall? What is there, like a little symbol on it?
I don't know.
Look at this. It's like OBJ. What is that? What the hell is that? It's just confusing.
It's supposed to be like an emoji or something.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And it just
like,
doesn't.
why is OBJ in there? Nico and Hall for Amon-Ra St. Brown, JSN, Chase, or a Rice type. I mean,
I also like
that. Yes.
Yeah. I don't like Stroud is out, or at least that's what the chat is telling me. I don't know if Seth can confirm that.
It was confirmed in the background here that at least I saw it, but we have a million messages here. It looks like Stroud is out.
Yeah. So he has, I mean, it's only 1 week, but this Texas offense is a mess. I just think it's tough for Nico right now. So if you can trade him before he even plays the Jacksonville Jaguars, which theoretically is a good matchup, I think that's a good move to make.
Yeah, here it is. And this is Schefter. By the way, Kyler to the IR, and also pointed out this week Call of Duty comes out. Kyler to the IR. But Schefter via D'Amico Ryan saying that Stroud will be out this week versus the Jags as he is still in Proto.
Yeah.
Yep. So he be in Proto. All right. Share. Bucky, Teteroa, and Waddle. Jesus. For Javonte and Fannin. I don't like that.
I also do not like it. No.
Okay. We do not like that.
I like Waddle. I think Waddle's pretty solid rest of the season as long as Tua is the quarterback.
I like Lamp. Yeah, we do not approve. Trading Hall. Who are some names I can get for Hall?
Chase Brown, maybe.
You think you can pull off running back for running back trades though? I think it's got to be like a wide receiver.
You could probably have to add something to try to get a Boutte. Probably get TreVeyon Henderson.
Who do you want rest of the season? Hall or Waddle?
Waddle.
Okay, so I think that's something you could do. Don't you?
Yeah. Seems more tear.
Griffin, 2 trades. Traded London and Brian Thomas for Amon-Ra and traded Breece for Dowdle and T. Higgins. Should I sell high on T? Jeez, dude. Good trades.
I mean, I'm always willing to entertain an offer if I feel like someone's getting an overpay. I mean, I think that T is pretty solid. I don't know if I need to get rid of him unless you're just concerned about, Flacco and whether this lasts all year. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not exactly sure, but T. Higgins has immense upside on a week-to-week basis with Flacco and just this offense in general, just because of how bad the defense is. So,
and he traded 2 wide receivers. He traded London and BTJ to get Amon-Ra. So, maybe you want to hold on and make sure you got your wide receiver depth.
Yeah, I mean, you could put T on the block. I mean, if you want to flip T for DK Metcalf, I'm cool with that type of deal, but I don't know. I'm cool with keeping T. The Flacco offense is just unstoppable.
Huss, if Bucky and Swift are out, do I play Monangai or Rachaad White? And if Bucky is out and Swift plays, Swift or Rachaad White?
It is Monangai all the way. Just Monangai. I think Rachaad White would be decent play though against the Patriots. They're not that good against running backs in the passing game, and
but it's like Monangai regardless.
Yeah, Monangai is locked in.
Monang's our guy. Shorty, full PPR, 2 flex league. Did you just eyebrow me?
No, it was in the chat.
I was like, I was doing a stupid dad joke. Don't give me eyebrows, but you didn't, so I apologize. Full PPR 2 flex league. Receive Romadunze and Rashid Shaheed for Teteroa McMillan and Tony Pollard. Says I've got Chase JSN as my starting wide receivers, currently 7-2 and keeping playoff schedule in mind.
I like Teteroa McMillan as a buy. Don't like Tony Pollard as a buy, and you're getting Odunze and Shaheed, so yeah, I think this is a good deal.
We're down. We're rolling. Hey, boys, start Alec Pierce or Dalton Kincaid.
Both good options this week. Usually I try not to start more tight ends if I don't have to. I think you just start Alec Pierce. He's been on fire. We talked about it on the Rank Show. He's on an absolute heater. Good matchup this week against the Falcons. And Kincaid, I feel like the wheels are going to fall off eventually because he's being hyper targeted. He's hyper efficient and he plays 40% of the snaps every single week and he keeps getting away with it. So that only concerns me about Kincaid. So I will go with Pierce, but they're both good options.
I'm down with that. Here's a follow-up our boy Seth just gave us from Ian Rappaport from Dave Canales on Rico saying they're being smart with it. Quote, we're counting on him this weekend. So if you were worried about the Rico stuff, we're counting on him this weekend. So they're not probably going to let him
They're
practice.
putting him on ice till 90 minutes before kickoff, and then they unleash the beast.
De-thaw him and get him out there 100%. Messer, what's up, Messer? Hey, I'll trade Stafford for TreVeyon Henderson.
If Stafford's just your backup quarterback, yeah.
Assuming this isn't super flex and your number 2 quarterback,
I think
no.
I think it's a 1 quarterback league.
I do like Stafford this week against the Niners defense, so just pointing that out there.
Stafford every week, man. Dude is
stealing. He does deal. All right, Bradley, half PPR, my JSN, Fannin, Mason for their Achane, McBride, Myers. My running book is room is CMC, Mason, Pacheco, and I still have Puka after sending away JSN. So let me read this again. Trading away JSN, Fannin, and Mason, and they would get Achane, McBride, and Jacoby Myers. So that would be Achane to go with CMC, McBride's your tight end, and then we only know they have Puka. What do you think about that trade?
This trade looks oddly familiar. I feel like someone asked this in my Discord channel because I'm thinking about it very similar, and I'm pretty sure I said I liked this deal. Even though you're trading away JSN, you're getting Achane and McBride, so you're getting a locked-in RB1, arguably the best tight end in fantasy, especially with Jacoby Brissett. And I don't mean to just like nitpick or cherry pick playoff matchups, but McBride is playing the Bengals in week 17. He might score 50 points against the Bengals defense that can't stop tight ends. And that matters when it comes to, did you win your fantasy league? The next question, did you have Trey McBride? Like the answer might be yes to both of those questions. So yeah, if you can get McBride with other pieces that are pretty good, Jacoby Myers is kind of like an interesting throw in. Yeah, I think it's a good return for JSN.
I'm going to hit some non-super chat questions here in just a second. But first, let's talk about today's sponsor and our great sponsor, the new presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet. If you're listening to the podcast, you're probably deep in stats, injury reports, and matchups. And on Hard Rock Bet, you can put your fantasy football knowledge to the test. Try your first bet on Hard Rock Bet today. Just place $5. And if it hits, you're going to get the winnings and 150 in extra bonus bets. And if you're looking for an edge before you lock in, check out the Hard Rock Bets Stats Hub. It's loaded with trends, streaks, and stats to help you guide your picks. Numbers don't not lie, and neither does the data in there. So make sure to go check out the Stats Hub now. Get the edge and bet with confidence. The Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app, it's the only legal sportsbook for whenever you're in Florida. It's also live in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado, with more states coming soon. Plus, the Hard Rock Bet offers new promos every single day. So whenever you're listening, just open the app and check out what we've got going on daily and any day of the week. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today. Do it, my friends. All right, some non-super questions. Let's get to some of you guys. Should I trade Josh Jacobs for Javonte and Diggs? I've got Gibbs, Jacobs, and Dobbins at running back. Pittman, Sutton, McLaurin, Ridley, Pierce at wide receiver. Thank you. It's from ZD.
Yes, I think that this is a very good trade. You're getting some wide receiver help because you definitely need some. And I don't think that you're really moving that down in running back. I think that Jacobs and Javonte are the same tier. I don't know if you would disagree with that, Welsh. Maybe you prefer Jacobs or Javonte over the other, but I think that they're pretty similarly ranked rest of season. And you get Diggs in as a throw-in piece. I like this deal.
I'm okay with it. Here's the only thing. I wonder if you could just get a better wide receiver for Jacobs instead of trying to do a 2-for-1 type of thing. I mean, I guess I get the point because then you'd have Gibbs and Dobbins. I just wonder if you could do better than Diggs. That would be more of my focus. That's just the thing. All right. Next up, guys, help me out. Etienne or Igbuka?
Igbuka. Or trading it. Yeah, a trade I would do Igbuka.
Yeah, or start or anything. Igbuka over.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Question, disgusting as this sounds. I love these.
Oh.
Yeah. I have to start either Jerry Jeudy this week or Christian Watson. Because of Sauce Gardner being shipped out, wouldn't Jeudy be better? You'd think, wouldn't he?
Yes, I'm going to play Jerry Jeudy. Yep.
Over Christian Watson, no doubt.
Yeah. Look, Jerry Jeudy, we've talked about this. He's off the charts in expected fantasy points per game. He's scoring so many points in your expected fantasy points per game leagues. No real fantasy points, but there is no Sauce Gardner. The Jets don't have anyone else left on defense. And the Browns constantly are talking about how Jerry Jeudy is their best wide receiver, and they want to get him the ball, and they want him to be productive. So no one's going to see it happening, but we'll probably see a Jerry Jeudy like pseudo breakout game where he'll just be decent. So Jeudy for me.
By the way, I like this one. This popped up. Zero chance Erickson's an amusement park guy from earlier.
What does that mean?
Talking about? He's a total amusement guy.
I love amusement parks.
Yeah.
I didn't always like. I used to be afraid of the big roller coasters. No longer.
Oh, really?
No longer.
You got over
when I was young. When I was younger, and then I just kind of like realized this is supposed to be fun. And then once I realized that and accepted that, they started to be fun. I was like,
just like fantasy. Just like fantasy. People take it so serious. This isn't fun. They're getting sick to their stomachs. You're like, remember, fantasy is supposed to be fun. You're like, oh yeah, okay. All right, Middle James. I just traded Boutte and Dobbins for Olave, full PPR. What are your thoughts?
It's fine. Running back for a wide receiver. Dobbins has been really good this year. Olave is a floor play.
Pretty much Dobbins for Olave, by the way.
Yeah, Boutte's injured, so I think it's fine if you need a receiver.
Can you imagine if your last name was Boutte? It's like what a life. He's just I'm Boutte. It's crazy. Every time I hear his name, I can't get over it. It's just like, I guess I'm not going to give all the examples of other unique names like Boutte there could be because I'm going to get in trouble, but I was just thinking about that. Brittany, my 10-person league is hurting for running backs. How do you successfully propose a trade for a wide receiver / tight end? Any trade tips? That's like the Trade Persuade, by the way. You can go and check out on the Trade Analyzer. That will help you with those tips. But what about the Trade Persuade via Andrew Erickson's brain?
I would look for a manager that has a tight end or two tight ends on their roster. So one starting and one on their bench. I think it's much easier to trade for tight ends when the other person is just viewing that tight end as a backup. So you're not trading for one of their starters, you're trading for one of their backups. And if you can give them a starter in return for one of their backups, that usually helps get deals done much, much easier. So that's probably something I would do to approach it. Basically, if someone has a surplus of positions, so if someone has a lot of wide receivers, has a lot of tight ends, they're more willing to part ways with that particular position because they're probably they don't feel the need to keep those players as tight to their roster. So that's kind of what I would recommend.
I like it. All right, let's get back to the supers. We got to get through those bad boys. We got about 15 minutes, so we are getting close into lightning round. So just so everybody knows, lightning round is upon us where we will make sure we get all the questions here. Hello, which side do you prefer in this trade? King, Ladd, and Worthy for Rashee and Bucky.
Who's King? Am I missing?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I'm guessing that's Derrick Henry, maybe King Henry. Definitely don't give us an obscure nickname that has nothing to do with the guy's name.
I mean, it's probably King Henry. I was just like, I looked at it, I was like, wait, am I missing?
I'm thinking baseball. There's a guy in the Arizona Fall League, a prospect named Lamar King, and I was like, Lamar King, is that
okay?
Like,
so back to the deal. I'm not trading for Bucky Irving. The guy's not healthy right now, so I get concerned about trading for players coming off injuries, coming off bye weeks. That is giving me the heebie-jeebies. So maybe I'm missing an opportunity here, but I mean, you have Derrick Henry and Ladd already on your roster. I don't know. I mean, I guess it was another running back not named Bucky, I'd probably feel good about it if it was like another top tier guy, but I don't know. Do you feel differently?
If it was like Chase Brown. If it was Chase Brown, I'd probably pull the trigger.
For Rice and Chase to
get it's Rice and Chase Brown and give up Derrick Henry, Ladd, and Worthy or King.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah,
feels like you're giving up a lot of depth on your roster. Like Rashee Rice is the best player here, but
I mean, I also don't want to give up Ladd. I really like Ladd rest of season.
Well, then let's not do the trade. We're not doing it.
Yeah,
sorry,
we're not doing it.
We've agreed. We're not doing it. Shorty's back. Receive Jalen Warren for Derrick Henry. I've got Dart and Darnold, and my starting running backs are Jacobs and Irving. This smells very super flexy when he posts this. Why do you have all these quarterbacks? It's super flex. I mean, maybe doing that.
Maybe I don't think it's super flex. I think he just has a bunch of quarterbacks and he can move off Drake May. I would rather not move off Drake May. I'd rather trade Jackson Dart. Just me personally. I
don't think you can get Warren.
I don't know. I mean, Drake May and look at the week 10 rankings. Drake May and Jackson Dart are right next to each other. So, I mean, Dart's really good.
You're not doing it.
I would try to send Dart instead of Drake May, but if they're only going to take Drake May, I would do it to get the running back upgrade because you can start Dart. So
you'll relent. All right. Chris traded Nico for Flowers and Addison. I'm guessing they want to know how they did.
I mean, right now, is Nico just like a massive upgrade over Zay Flowers? I don't
Not a
think
massive,
so.
but I think he's above him.
But then
Like
you
traded depth.
and you get Addison too.
What side would you rather have then? I mean, because I think I'd rather still have Nico, but I'm not sure. You didn't win the trade. You didn't win over the trade. I think this is kind of even. Like you got the better singular player, but you also gave up depth. And Davis Mills is a quarterback this week. Second.
Yeah, that's what the Texans' schedule rest season's not great. Right now the Texans are just not an offense I love being invested in. So that I think I'd rather just have Zay Flowers and just roll the dice and hope that Lamar throws one of his 5 touchdowns to Zay Flowers every once in a while.
Yeah. All right. Lightning round, because we got a decent amount of supers that are still hiding in here. Lightning round. I just traded for Genty. What's the take on that? We love it.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm using him to week 11. After that, I have Gibbs, Benson. I want to trade. You want to trade him away after?
I would just keep Genty. I wouldn't trade him away.
Yeah, agreed.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Enjoy the roller coasters. They're supposed to be fun.
Hands up. 6-3, 12 full team PPR got offered Bijan for London.
Yes.
You
want Bijan.
Also want Bijan. Bam. Trade Watson for Manon guy.
Yes.
Do it.
And you have Swift. Yes. Even more.
I don't advocate for people leaving the stream, but leave the stream and make that trade immediately if you have to. Do that. Trade Tetaroa, Gadsden, and a 26 first rounder to get London and Barkley in Dynasty.
I'm going to say no.
I'd say that is where you and I, it's a super flex. I think I'm going to do it. I think London and Barkley put you over pretty big. So I'm going to do it. I don't like if it's a top end first round pick, but
I would say make sure Barkley practices on Thursday before you do this deal. Just do that first.
Eric, 12 team, 7-2, half PPR. Bunch of players offered Christian McCaffrey and Waddle for Javonte and Achane and Loveland. I want the McCaffrey side.
I'll take the deal.
Take it.
Sometimes you got to know when to get off the roller coaster.
All this, or just keep doing that. Michael, half PPR running back to Rico, Jacobs, Breece, Monangai, Bill, a bunch of players worth trading for a wide receiver or a running back. He's got Chase, Sutton, Tedero. I think this is Boutte. You're fine. Why do you need to make a trade?
I would trade. I think you can still trade Breece Hall. I think that's a trade you can still make.
But for another wide receiver? Or do you package Breece and Sutton and try to upgrade your running back? I like that.
Yes. That's what I would do.
Take Breece and either Sutton or Tetaroa and try to upgrade.
Agreed.
Don't trade Igbuka.
Agreed.
Darnold and Breece Hall for Kyron Williams, or ask for more.
I think that's plenty enough to return.
That sounds like they have Kyron Williams.
They're getting Kyron Williams? I want the Kyron Williams side.
Yeah, but I think he's saying ask for more. I think he's trading away Kyron Williams when he says that.
Oh, yes, you should get more.
I want Kyron Williams on that.
I would not do this deal if I'm on the other side.
Yeah, if you're getting Kyron, do it. If you're getting the other side to trade away Kyron, don't do it. Ask for more. Correct. Jeremy, Hampton owner. Sorry, bud. Current running backs are Swift, Monangai, Bill, Pacheco. Trade QJ and Caleb for Kimani. He's got good wide receivers, or fine wide receivers.
Yeah, if you got good receivers, you can move QJ. And you have Stafford, so you don't need a quarterback. Yeah, I guess because you got to bide your time until Hampton comes back. Vidal is kind of hit or miss. The offensive line's not in a good state of mind right now with the Chargers.
Hampton might not come back.
Yes, but that's also true. So at least Vidal is giving you something. I mean, he's been hit or miss, but he's better than nothing.
Nico and Romadunze for Justin Jefferson. I want JJ.
Yeah, you could do that.
JJ, give me JJ. Traded away Ferg, Brian Thomas, and Mason. Got Flowers, Pitts, and Hubbard. I've got London, Chase Brown, Fannin, Tedero, Pearsall. Was done with BTJ. Thoughts?
Pitts, Hubbard, BT. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I mean, so you're getting off the BTJ train. You are downgrading at tight end, which is unfortunate. But I think Pitts is he's fine. He's serviceable, and you get Flowers and you get Hubbard. So I think that this is a good deal. This is a really good deal if you have BTJ. You have to put him in a package because if you put him in just a 1-for-1, it's going to get auto-rejected every single time. So I think that's a really smart way to approach trying to get off the Brian Thomas Jr. 2025 disaster season.
By the way, notes, DJ Moore and Roman Dunze did not practice today.
Dude,
That was
not
Wednesday. Not a big deal.
Going to get all 40 carries.
It's Wednesday. I know it's a big deal, but also Monangai 30 carries in this game. So I'm in for it. Do I pick up Benson to get, I guess, cut Hunt or Rachaad White?
I don't. You're not cutting White because Bucky's not playing, so you got to keep him. Hunt's on a bye. I don't know. I feel like you like Hunt a little bit more than me. Hunter Benson.
I don't really like Kareem Hunt. It's just
I don't think anyone's
the guy.
He just scores touchdowns every week.
Do you feel confident Benson's going to come back next week?
Not really. So, but I also don't want Pacheco's coming back. Man, this one's tough. Hunt or Benson. I think. Oh, man, this is a terrible lightning round.
This is a bad lightning round.
So, do I pick up Benson for Hunt? No, because I don't think he's going to come back. So I will stay.
By the way, horrible news. DeAndre Swift did practice today, so that's not good. Genty Cook for Diggs, Troy Franklin, and Chase Brown. What side? Genty.
Oh, yeah, Genty Cook.
Genty Cook, easy.
Yes.
Not even close. Traded Henry and Diggs for Cook and Mason. NW Cook's hurt. What?
Now Cook's hurt.
Oh, now. Oh, yeah, I see. What side? I mean, I think it's relatively even. I'll take the Henry Diggs side.
Yeah, I think it's fair both ways.
I care about Mason. Rico got offered Dobbins, Cook. Everyone's trading Cook and Collins for Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams, and Aaron Jones. Unfortunately, not a third Devontae. And then can turn around and do Dobbins plus Collins for Lamb. Thoughts?
Okay, so they're going to be getting
Dobbins, Cook, and Collins, trading away Smith, Adams, and Aaron Jones, which I like that. And then they're going to move Dobbins and Collins to get Lamb. So they'll have essentially acquired Cook and Lamb for Smith, Adams, and Aaron Jones. Smash.
Yes. I wish that they would just get us the end result first.
Wouldn't that have been awesome if it was just like that? Because then we're like, smash. That's absolutely great. We just had to navigate our way through. Like a maze at a theme park. Cuban, hey y'all, 12-team Superflex, lost Daniels and Kraft. Ooh, got offered Kyron Tedderoa, Harrison Jr. for JSN. I've got Purdy. You didn't get a quarterback back. You didn't even get a tight end back. You're like, hey, I lost these two important positions. I got offered all the other positions for another position that doesn't matter to the injuries too.
Maybe they have roster space now, is what he's alluding to, but I just want to keep JSN.
You're getting awesome depth, but JSN's the best player. If your team sucks otherwise, and you're like, okay, here's a good thing. If you're like 7-2, you do need a freaking quarterback.
Yeah, JSN for a top level quarterback.
But also, if you're like 7-2, don't screw with your team. Probably. If you're like middling, maybe you do this for depth. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't like that deal.
I lost my quarterback and tight end. Would you trade these 3 wide receivers for a wide receiver?
Which receiver should I trade for?
Yeah, we're like, what? I get it, but what? Added Loveland, trade Dart and DJ Moore to get Gadsden.
Do you want more tight ends?
I don't want more tight ends.
I don't. Aside from the Loveland thing, just look at the trade. I think that's DJ Moore doesn't really move the needle for me. Dart.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have Dart and Gadsden if I have Loveland. So no for me.
Okay. 18 PPR, trade away Tet and Breece, and I get James Cook. Tet and Breece. Yeah, I think that's fine. Aaron, Bucky for McMillan and Jalen Warren. Need a wide receiver. Yeah. Tedderoa and Jalen Warren for Bucky, who we don't even like right now.
Yes. I like that.
Yes. Do I trade Achane, JJ and Kittle to get Bijan, Waddle, and Monty?
Achane, Kittle, Bijan, Waddle, Monty. I want to get Bijan. I like Waddle. I think Monty's fine.
I think I want to keep JJ and Achane. Lightning round.
I don't love this deal.
I don't love it either. All right, Jack. I had Kraft. Now I've got Theo. Do I trade Breece Hall for Henderson and LaPorta?
Yeah, if you can do it, sure.
Yeah,
I like that deal.
Cuban, different league, 10-team PPR. I've got Hurts, Goff, Achane, Harvey. Who would you look to sell of that group? It's a bad lightning round question. Maybe Wilson?
I kind of like. Well, I kind of like. I mean, you're 8-2. I don't think you break up
I also
the band.
agree with that. I don't think I break up the band either.
I know. I know. Like managers, when you're feeling good, you're like, I got to make another move to like put me over the top. Sometimes your roster's just great, and you just continue to steamroll.
All right. So here's the deal. We got through all the guaranteed super chats. We are going to lightning round as many of these other ones as we possibly can. I don't know if you guys were late, but super chats ended at was it 3:15 Eastern. So we have hit all of our guarantees. We're going to try to hit a few others. So apologies if we don't get to them all. Start 2 of Saquon, Bucky, Jacobs, Dobbins.
Jacobs and Saquon.
Yep. Start 4 of Brown, Amon-Ra, Wan'Dale, Rome, Adunze. So that's 1, 2, 3. Wait, what?
Not Wan'Dale.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4. What are you talking about?
No, he gave us 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Okay, that's
so everybody
one.
But everybody but Wan'Dale.
Sit 1. Not start 4. Sit 1.
Next question. This is
overtime extras. Jameson and Hampton for Jalen Warren, half PPR.
I don't
think Hampton comes back.
But yeah, if you need wins now, yes, Jalen Warren.
Yeah, Jalen Warren. Any trade? It's a trade recommendation one.
I would
5 and 4. So so you're kind of struggling. Take Justin Jefferson and try to get bigger depth.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's the best. That was a tough one for that. Traded. I have been offered me trading Achane, Worthy, Shaheed, getting Bijan and Wan'Dale.
Bijan's the best part. I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that one.
A lot of wide receiver booms or busts, and then Bijan. So I'll take Bijan.
Big super chat from John. Where's the question?
Should I hold this team? Maybe trade a wide receiver for an elite running back.
Okay. So we got Gibbs, Genty, Henderson, Benson. Wide receivers are St. Brown, Igbuka, Flowers. I see this one. I don't like breaking this team up because
I like the running backs.
Yeah, because you're going to trade away your good starters to do something. I think you have very serviceable starters across the board. I think I'm rolling.
I think we're going to see more of Genty and Henderson rest the second half of the season. So
he says he's 5 and 4, but you're probably getting a good bounce back in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Hippie, half PPR, own Jacobs, Dowdle, Judkins, Monangai. Which running back do you move for wide receiver depth?
For which running back? I would say for the playoffs. I mean, any of the running backs. I think they're all kind of similarly tiered. I think Judkins I'd probably want to hold on to the most.
Same.
Considering even what you get back. So I think a Jacobs would be for the best receiver I could get. Same thing with Dowdle for the best receiver I could get. Igbuka would be the guy.
Yeah, you're really on Igbuka today. That's the thing. Would you trade Bucky, CD, Waddle for JSN and Bijan? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Don't even need to know the other team.
Smash.
Double flex league, 6 spot in points and 3 and 6, but holding 6 by scoring. So I traded Rice for Jalen Warren plus Adunze. Smart move.
Rice, Jalen Warren, and Adunze. You had 0 running back depth.
I guess. I mean, that's nice of you. He got CMC.
I mean, he had nobody. Yeah, you got to do it, right? You got to start somebody at running back, and you're getting I mean, you're not getting a scrub. So sometimes you're kind of forced in these situations where, I mean, your running back 2 is Pacheco. So like you didn't have running back 2.
A few weeks ago, I traded Lamb, Tet, Swift. What's a trade to make my team better? Oh man. Everyone's got JJ Olave, BTJ, QJ, SJ, 4J. Since I lost Kraft and Scatterboo.
You lost Kraft, so you need a tight end. Okay, so let's address the tight end thing. I would try to trade. I mean, did you trade like Jefferson for McBride?
I think he has to trade Jefferson. I think you need to do a 2-for-1 for Jefferson. You are without depth. There's a lot I don't like here. I think you need to trade Jefferson for a 2-piece. That's what I'm going to do. I hate doing it.
Jefferson for a 2-piece and then Rico for Igbuka. So you get a receiver back with Igbuka and then you get running back depth. You might
have to do Jefferson for like Igbuka and a running back. That's a tough
something like that.
Wan'Dale and Hall for Adam or Waddle and Hall for Adams and Quentin Johnson. I want the Waddle Hall side.
Yeah, I think.
Oops, sorry, I got rid of it.
Devon, yeah, I don't know. I think Hall and Johnson feel like kind of like a wash. Not really a wash because one of them plays running back, but rather have Devontae than Waddle rest of the season. So yeah. I think I would actually do that. I like Devontae. I think Devontae's the best piece. So yeah.
All right, we have like 5 more super chats. Let's just get them because we're rock stars like that. Tracy or Singletary? Tracy.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the day. You had really good stuff. Listen to the running back rank show. There's some good takes from Erickson. What's up, dudes? What's up? Judkins, Kittle, BTJ to trade. Need a wide receiver. Trey. I would trade Kittle if I can.
Do you do all 3 for Ibuka?
No. Hell no.
Judkins and BTJ for Ibuka.
Kittle and BTJ is what I would do. Get rid of them. See ya. Genty and Ibuka for Bijan.
Yeah, if you can get Bijan, you gotta do it.
Okay, but would you do the other side? Would you trade Bijan for those 2?
No, if I have Bijan, I'm not trading him. So
yeah, never. If Stevenson is out, Henderson or Aaron Jones? Henderson. Yeah, easy. Absolutely. Achan, Rome, Marvin for JT, AJ Brown, or Garrett Wilson.
Ooh, I like the JT Garrett Wilson side. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, JT, who's the best player, and then Wilson has a really good schedule. And if the Jets defense is terrible, you can see a lot of volume.
Lamar and Sutton for Judkins and Adams.
If you have, assuming you have another quarterback that's decent, then yes.
Okay. And then Money said we skipped yours. I don't remember skipping yours, but I just don't think we did, actually. Wan'Dale for Higgins. We had literally talked about this one earlier. Remember?
We did. And we loved it. We thought it was great.
Yeah, we loved it. You must have not been paying attention. So you missed it, Money. Not us. You missed it. And we said either one. We talked at length about that one.
We loved the deal.
High-fived each other.
It was a great deal. We
got passes to
we
Disneyland.
We did prefer Pickens, but we liked both players over.
It was on you, buddy, not us. All right, we're out of here. That was extra overtime. We love you. We love you guys. Just having fun with it. Hopefully you guys, we got to all your questions.
He apologized too.
Yeah, no, I'm joking with you. We
appreciate you, Money Mitch.
It's our guy. Money's our guy. All right. That is it. We've got more live streams. Make sure you're in. Hey, I'm not going to be there tomorrow, but go into our Fantasy Pros Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. Bogman will be with Erickson. We literally bring you guys on to answer questions. So join that, fantasypros.com/chat. We got more live streams as well. I think there's another one happening tomorrow. So make sure you're locked in. There you go, right there, fantasypros.com/chat. Here are the things you need to do. Be in the Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. Be on the YouTube, youtube.com/fantasypros. And be on the Twitch, twitch.tv/fantasypros. That's not even counting the podcast. We got you covered in so many areas. We're here for you because we love you. That's it. Shout out to Callie. Shout out to Seth behind the scenes. For Andrew Erickson, I'm Chris Welsh. You guys have a fantastic one. Peace for now. I wish my nickname was King, by the way.
Yeah.
Just people walked around and be like, hey, what do you think about King? And everyone knows what you're talking about.
What's up, King?
What's up,
Chief,
King?
Boss.
What's up, King?
What's up, pal? What's up, pal?
I'm just Welsh. It's like, what's up,